A major ransomware attack has brought the medical testing services of Synlab Italia to a complete halt. This video is sponsored by Stonefly. More on that at the end of the video. Ransomware attacks have been on the rise in recent years, targeting both small businesses and large corporations. But what happened to Synlab Italia shows that even critical infrastructure like healthcare is vulnerable to hackers. Synlab Italia is one of the largest medical diagnostics providers in Italy. They operate over 380 labs and medical centers across the country, conducting around 35 million analyses each year. So you can imagine the massive impact when their entire IT system had to be shut down overnight. It was the early hours of April 18th when Synlab first detected abnormal activity on their network. Their IT security team sprung into action, isolating all computers from the network and taking their entire infrastructure offline as a precaution. At this point, they didn't know the full scope of the breach, but were following proper incident response protocols. It was only later that they confirmed it was a ransomware attack that had hit them. In Synlab's case, the attackers may have also stolen sensitive patient data while infiltrating their systems. As the largest medical diagnostics provider in Italy, millions of patient records could potentially have been compromised. Synlab notified customers that some personal data may have been affected, as mandated by GDPR. With their IT infrastructure completely offline as a safety measure, Synlab had no choice but to suspend all laboratory analysis and sample collection services. Can you imagine how disruptive this would be for patients waiting on urgent medical test results? This left many patients in limbo, unsure of when crucial test results would be available again. They had to store already received samples in low-temperature conditions and warned that depending on the recovery timeline, customers may need to resubmit new samples once services resume. Even specialist appointments and physiotherapy were disrupted. Over the coming days, Synlab worked tirelessly to analyze every part of their network and isolate any malware. Thankfully, they had backup systems in place. But fully restoring from backups is a long process to do securely. Progress reports were sparse, simply advising customers to check online or social media for status updates. Almost a week later, some limited services had gradually restarted while the full recovery was still underway. Ransomware is a serious cyber threat, and even large, well-funded organizations are not immune. This attack highlights how vulnerable critical infrastructure like healthcare can be, and the drastic consequences when systems are taken offline. It also raises serious privacy concerns considering the scale of personal data potentially stolen in such breaches. And now a word from our sponsor. Get a 56 terabytes, fully air-gapped, and immutable Veeam backup and disaster recovery appliance at half price. Contact sales at stonefly.com for details. Thank you all for watching, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, do hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel.